Hello. Hi, and hello. Welcome to Inktober, the Inktober challenge, the Inktober, I don't know, what do we call it? I don't know, do an Inktober, Inktobering, yeah, that's it. Inktoberfest? Not sure. Anyway, it's nice to see you on a Monday morning, and feel free to comment, say hi. Love to know who you are and where you're from as we embark together on today's prompt. Today's prompt is from the list that Inktober provides, the Inktober organization. And today is number 6, Pierce. Hakan, welcome from Istanbul. Nice to see you. So today is Pierce. Pierce, as I mentioned yesterday, fierce or Pierce? No, it is Pierce. Apparently Pierce. If you heard of fierce, great, do fierce. But I think I'm trying to be orthodox here. Hello, Jana, excuse me. So I'm trying to follow the rules. Pierce, exactly. Wandy, hello, and Abby. Nice to see you both. So today is going to be, so I thought about it yesterday. I mentioned it kind of jokingly, but the more I thought about it, the more I thought, okay, maybe this is what I should do, which is to draw Pierce Brosnan. Do you remember Pierce Brosnan? Remington Steele, and then he became James Bond briefly. So I'm going to use Pierce, and then I'm going to maybe give Pierce a piercing or two, and maybe he'll have a piercing look. I don't know. So that's what I'm kind of multi levels of piercing going on. We have Saleh here from Australia, and Suzanne from Denmark. Scrambled Mess from Canada, and Hebrew Land from Israel. Wonderful. Good. It's so nice to see you all. Thank you very much for just showing up. I kind of throw the camera on when I'm in the mood, and that's sort of usually in the morning, my time. So I get up and I think, let me just do a drawing. So hopefully you feel that way too. Good. We've got some fans of Remington Steele. Very good. Michelle and Elizabeth is also thinks he's a good subject. So, handsome man. Now, here's the thing. If you decide to do this with me, it's tough drawing famous people. It's tough drawing people who people know. So, because the slightest deviation, is that supposed to be, that's the worst, right? Is that supposed to be so-and-so? So let's make a pact together that we're not going to get obsessive about whether or not it looks exactly like him. Who cares, right? So Sylvia, I hope you agree with me, and DJRNMX, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but from St. Augustine, or is it St. Sugustine? Anyway, Elizabeth from the Netherlands. So good. So we're all in this together. We're all friends, and we're going to try and draw Pierce in whatever the outcome is. We'll be happy with it, because really, who cares? It's Pierce Brosnan. Whatever. Okay. So feel free to go and grab your own. I grabbed a few pictures of him to kind of just get a general sense of him. I haven't really stared at it. I have to say, he has a huge beard now, and I think he looks really good with his beard. Have you seen him with a beard? He's, yes, name like nobody else says, exaggerate his features and it'll work out. Exactly. The problem with handsome people is it's harder to exaggerate their features because they're handsome, you know? And if you exaggerate their features too much, they stop looking like the person. But let's see. I also set up this situation here. So I have this camera overhead here, And then I have this camera, which is kind of super close up. I'm not sure why. I was watching this jazz channel yesterday, a jazz live stream on YouTube, and he had all these multiple cameras. And I thought, I kind of like the look of that, but we'll see if I get sick of it. And if I do, in fact, we can start here with my cup of tea. Got my trusty Presto pen standing by. I've got a little bit of dried up sumi ink in case we need that. And I got this set of Jelly Roll pens, an 8, a 10, and a 5 that I'm sort of playing with. Seeing as, oh, there's my other Presto pen. I've been looking for you. Love these Presto pens, but I didn't realize I had 2 of them. Okay, good. See, it helps to go to this wide camera angle. Good. Good on me for doing it. So let's just start here, close up. All right, Pierce, here we go. This is also Pierce at, when was he James Bond? In the 90s, maybe? Elizabeth likes my cup and saucer. I do too, particularly when it's tea time. All right, so name like nobody else. I'm not sure what to call you among friends. I'll call you nobody else. Nobody. Anyway, I think it made a good point, which is to just feel like you can exaggerate. Because I found that, like, it's been an interesting process so far doing these various prompts, because I'm learning something about my approach to this, which is that I have had some fears that have come out in the process of doing this. Maybe you've had the same fears of, wanting to be sort of artistic in some way. That's generally why I don't like working with prompts, because they kind of make me self-conscious. They make me think too much. It's just not the kind of art that I usually do. I don't do illustrations. I don't do kind of art pictures. And I can get the wrong kind of attitude in my mind about what it is I'm doing. Have the wrong, not wrong, but just not the perspective that I want to have. I want to enjoy my process, and if I start thinking about the wrong things that interfere with that process, and I don't get the result I want, which is not the result in terms of the picture, but the result in terms of the feeling. The feeling of feeling, free, playing, being creative. Instead, I'm worrying about somebody else's rules. It's not liberating. Fortunately, I didn't plan this incredibly well, so his hand is going to get cut off, which is really annoying. But oh well. It's the price I pay for not really thinking this through. Because I kind of feel like his hand is sort of an important part of this James Bond thing of being able to see his hand with a gun, but this will have to do. Sort of a big mouth he has. Wow, Elizabeth is really a fan. She even knows what specific picture it is that I'm using as reference. Wow, that's great. Well, I guess that suggests that my drawing isn't too bad then. All right, maybe it's okay that I'm cutting his hand off. It's really it almost made me feel like I'd ruined it. But I think you'll see enough of it to know what it is that's going on. See, if I was one of those artists who did draw sketches, that might be helpful. But unfortunately, I'm not one of those artists. I'm one of those people who just wings it. Oh well. I was looking forward to drawing his cufflink, but I guess that's going to be cut off. So I won't be doing that. All right. I've got the basic bits down. Let me move my knee out of the way. There we go. Get the hair right. Well, I don't know that I did get the hair right. I think I got his hair. And I made it a bit too poofy. But we'll see. We still have a ways to go. I also want to give him some piercings, as I said. So piercing. Like maybe we need to give him a nose ring. Maybe, certainly an earring. Maybe a series of earrings. What else could one have? You could have a lip ring. I don't know if I can deal with having a lip ring, though. I think I'll just leave it at that. He's got a couple piercings. You get it. All right, well, I think one of those things you go, why does James Bond have piercings? And you go, oh, Pierce, I get, oh, that's Pierce Brosnan, I get it. It's going to be that kind of a sequence of revelations, as opposed to it being like, amazing drawing of Pierce Brosnan. Gotta move my tea so I don't accidentally put my paint ink brush into it. All right, that's better. All right, so I'm basically just throwing down some tone. I'm going to go back in and refine this stuff. Looks more like some sort of like 1950s singer, like it's the pompadour that I gave him. I guess you can tell what's going on, can you? I think I just need to separate this from his hair a bit. His face is narrower than Pierce Brosnan's. And the hair is too high on his head. His forehead is too big. So this paper that I'm using in this sketchbook is a paper that I like a lot. I mean, I use this type of sketchbook quite frequently. It's by Fabriano, called Venezia. And it's not really watercolor paper, and there's a limit to how much of a beating it can take from wet media. Sometimes it can start to absorb the medium. And I'm getting a little bit of that as a problem here. As if it gets too wet, you got to be careful. But see, that's what's going on here. I think part of it is like his lips look pursed, excuse me, pierced. And that is part of what his expression is this sort of like little pursed lips that he has. Anyway, it's definitely a problem that his face is too long. It should be squished. So, well, maybe he should have a chain that runs from his ear to his, would that be, maybe that would make it more obvious that he was pierced. Might also ruin it, but All right, so now he's more obviously pierced at least. At least that takes away from like, oh, is it supposed to be Pierce Brosnan? Well, it's just too weird that he has that chain across his face, so. What about here? Where does the lip ring go? Like here, right? Where else? I guess you could have like one of those rings too. Oh, how about here? Right. Chain him to the gun. That would be very dangerous, though. Even 007 wouldn't do that. Chain your nose to your gun. All right, I think he's fully pierced now. All right, I have to have some tea. Gotta take a break from this. You know, gotta look away from it. You gotta look away. You can't get too into it, and then suddenly it just starts to look worse and worse. But if you look away and then you come back and you go, oh, maybe it's not that bad. What else does one have with piercings? Is there anything else extreme we could do? We could give him like a little tattoo. How about a 007 tattoo, right? Like right down here. Some like terrible, really bad decision making. No, that feels redundant. It feels like it would be hard to tell that it was a tattoo as opposed to just like a drawing, writing on the actual drawing. But, okay, let's go back to it. Break is over. I'm open to your suggestions on how to make this better. This is a collaborative project. Is it safe for him to wear it? I don't know. Is it safe to have... I mean, it's the kind of thing that if you like were swatting at a fly, you might accidentally rip it out of your nose. Yeah, it doesn't seem terribly safe. I agree. It does seem like not a terribly good idea. But he's 007, you know? He lives with danger. Danger is his middle name. James Danger Bond. If you never have, try reading one of the James Bond books. They're so different from the movie. The movies, like we think of James Bond in this very particular way because of the movies. But if you read the books, it's like he's much more of a screw-up, and he doesn't have all of like the equipment and the gear. A lot of times he's always getting in trouble, and you know, the guys who he goes up against in the books aren't nearly as kind of formidable. They're rarely like trying to take over the world. They're more like just trying to rob a bank or something. The movies made it seem much more. It's more along the lines of like variation on slow horses than it is the kind of superhero that he's become. Joseph knew right away who it was. Well, thank you. Thank you. All right, that's the test. But Abha asked who it is. So, yeah. All right, so we have some, let's see. Name like nobody else suggests putting 007 in his hands here. No, I'm not liking the look of that. Started to sketch it and it looks, I think I'd have to really design a tattoo, and I don't know that I can be bothered. So maybe the tattoos are out. All right, I can feel myself getting fiddly, which means that this is probably over. We're probably done. Because if I fiddle too much, that means that I'm going to ruin it. I mean, it's a bit of a weird drawing anyway, but it's Inktober, you know. It's time to experiment, try stuff out. This is all right, there he is. Pierce, top secret cufflink. I like that. Fortunately, his cufflink is outside the page. His cufflink would be over here. So, but that would be cool to have like a cufflink that has like nerve gas in it or something. But all right, well there he is. It's Pierce. We've pierced the veil. Did it go through the paper? No, it didn't. Good. I was afraid it was going to seep through, but it didn't. So good. Did I forget his thumb? No, you see his thumb is on the other side, right? That's his hand. His thumb is holding the other side of the gun. So this is, see, so you wouldn't see his thumb. It's back there. So that's his finger. That's his index finger is kind of curved over. Abba, yes, Abba, you must make this. Go and make it. Or I'm going to come to your house this afternoon, and I'm going to check on you. Even though you're an Indian, I understand that. So yes. All right. Pierce Brosnan, thank you all for your help. This was interesting. Let's have a look at what tomorrow's is. Tomorrow's is starfish. Ugh. I don't like a lot of these prompts. I mean, honestly, mustache was the first one. That was the one reason I started doing this was because somebody said to me, hey, did you know mustache is the first one? I was like, I like drawing facial hair, so I'll do that one. But now, starfish? What the hell are we going to do with starfish? Marta asks that question, do I like them? Yeah. I can't give up, though. I can't not do it. I mean, I said to myself I was going to do it. We've done 6 of them now. I can't. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. Creative challenge. And creative challenges aren't always easy, and they're not always fun. But starfish. I don't want to just draw a starfish. I mean, I suppose I could do like a picture of a swimming cap in the shape of a starfish. Yeah, that's true, actually. Like this, like synchronized swimming ladies would have those elaborate things. Yeah. It's clever, but I don't know if that would be fun to draw. How about a star fish? You mean like a fish who's a star? Could be. Like a fish who's like a movie star or a singing star. Starfish. Well, if you can think of anything, please put the comments in because this one sucks. Starfish. I don't know. Deer was a challenge, and I actually really like deer. So far has been my favorite drawing that I've done. But starfish. Yeah, I could do like a very like a nature journal kind of starfish. Like do a thing of starfish with some like notes about what they do and where they live. It feels forced. It doesn't feel like it'll be that much fun. Starfish. I don't know. It is what it is. We'll see. We've got 24 hours, maybe longer. We've got until tomorrow night to figure this out. So think about it. Fish that is a star, says Susanna. Yeah. SpongeBob. That's right. Patrick is a starfish. He's like a starfish with pants. Draw Christina Aguilera as a starfish. She did a movie with the song Car Wash. I remember that movie, Car Wash. Remember the original movie from the 70s? Starfish eating a sandwich at a picnic. A star fishing. That's clever. Star fishing. Fish in the shape of a star. But isn't a starfish a fish in the shape of a star? I think it kind of is. Do I post my drawings online? I post them here on YouTube. You can see them there. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you. Those are some good suggestions. Star fishing. Star fishing. Yeah. Would it be interesting to draw a star? I mean, you could draw a star with like a fishing rod coming down into the ocean. Yeah. I'm trying to think of things that I like to draw. I like to draw like guys with beards. Maybe it's a guy with a beard and a tattoo on his neck of a starfish. There's got to be something. But come tomorrow and give me your suggestions, and maybe I'll have an idea by then, and maybe I won't, and I'll be looking for something. So yeah. All right, guys, it's been fun. I'll see you next time we tackle yet another Inktober. It could be it could be a squid with a starfish hanging out. It could be a bunch of fish with one of them's a starfish. It could be a starfish. I don't know. Could be, isn't. All right, bye.